No level. That's okay though. And plot begins again. Seem light and lightly armed. Yeah. Don't I know it? Ooh. Oh great! It's this alliance. It's the Sea Destiny Alliance, who are definitely good guys. There aren't any good guys in Seed. Seed doesn't have good guys. They just have less bad guys. And idiots as well. That's also something that happens. Oh, hey, it's Durandal. He's back again. Are we running? We are not running. Now we are. There we are. So, looks like yeah. Poor Toll. He was an instance of an idiot as opposed to a bad guy. He decided to go up against a Gundam in a plane. Without any actual military training at all. But he was a good guy. That was Toll from Seed, by the way. For those of you. Yeah, so chatting between Durandal and the Ayug here. Ray gets a message from the Minerva. Yeah, Seed was pretty good. And sad, but yeah, it was pretty good. It was a pretty good, like, semi-faithful remake of the original Gundam, which is what makes it so bleak. But then Sea Destiny happened, and I'm afraid my opinion of Sea Destiny follows the fairly standard opinion of it really shouldn't have been made. Or it was semi-interesting up until the writers had a falling out. Humanity never changes. And Cape is a kid, so he's an idiot. And a jerk. There they go. Bye, kids. Yeah, this is Zambot 3 as played by Zambot 3 the anime. You ever seen anything that's bleak? Zambot 3 kind of goes all in on bleak, I think. And we meet an interesting antagonist. Also from Zambot 3. Won't be talking about him for a little bit, I think. Right, there we are. That was stage, or scenario 4 of SRW Z. So, we got some upgrading and stuff to do. Got 42,000 credits, monies to spend. Energy and armor and HP. You get mobility. Don't need armor on them. Prefer to go mobility on these guys. But energy is important on these, because you can spend it on... Oh, I've spent it all already. Wow. I didn't realise. Whoops. Oh dear. Well, that's annoying. I spent all my money and I didn't even realise it. Oh well. Right, so we've got some new guys to equip now. Don't need... Let's just take everything off that doesn't really fit, and give it to people that it does fit on. So the Dizer, the Grandizer guys do not need extra movement, so Setsuko can have that back. And Toby can have the magnet coating because he doesn't have focus, whereas the other two do. Grandizer does not need extra armor, so I'm going to give the Chom armor to the person who does need more armor. In this case, definitely Hikaru needs more armor. The Double Space is just better in every way than the others, isn't it? Just flat out better in every single way. Even as more move. That's amusing. Right, so components. Grandizer can have the energy, whatever it's called, the propellant tank. The Double Spacer can have the cartridge. And who gets the repair thingy? Grandizer can also have the repair kit, I guess. Not that he's likely to actually get low enough to need to use it, but in that case, probably not. Probably not, actually. Probably give it to the Marine Spacer, to Maria. Sure, that seems like a good idea. And finally, we have this, which is... Oh, it's a dustproof. This is an equipable part that boosts the land rank of a unit and its weapons to S. Very good if you have any unit that has weapons that do not have an A or better on land. Like the Double Spacer doesn't. Why does the Double Spacer not have... It only has 2 attacks that have an A rank on land. It's weird. Oh well. Then again, they are the ones that are most likely to actually be used, so... And the Drill Spacer has A's on land. Oops. You have A's on land. You are also going to have A's on land. in that case, since everybody has A's on land except for the double spacer, and the double spacer's only attack that we can actually use that doesn't have an A on land is its weakest one, I don't need to focus on fixing adaptabilities. So in that case, I'm going to give it to whoever I want to do extra damage, and that will be Setsuko, sure, why not? The fact that that she's also going to be on land also helps. Although, again, S rank unit does not mean that you're going to be that you're going to be running with an S rank with the S rank bonus for being on the correct terrain, because the pilot doesn't have an S rank in that terrain. Very few pilots start with S ranks in any terrain. You have to buy them. Yeah, you do tend to be very poor in Z early game. Later on, not so much, because you're playing a game with squads. But early game, the game is balanced around squads fighting squads, especially including with regards to money. And as a result of that, everything is more expensive. But once we're actually starting to fight squads, we're going to be getting more money, and hopefully then we'll have enough money to actually spend on at least the main characters' units, making them more useful. Although I'm not certain, because I've only played Round's route. It might be different in Setsuko's route, and I only played like, I don't know, about a third of Round's route anyway. So I only got to like just before the first route split that isn't based on what character you take. So I'm not certain, but I'm relatively certain. Doesn't make any sense. I'm not like wording it very well. So still can't afford anything here. That's okay. It's a shame, but meh. Again, can't do anything with squads for stage 5. But that's fine. Oh, I forgot to save again. Forgot to save before spending money again. Oh well. I'll remember it next time. Anyway, now I'm going to have a little bit of a break to get ready for the next stage. So like 5 minutes or so. So see you in a little while, everybody.